Back in 2009-ish, Dr. Pearson's an emergency room physician, and he was seeing things that were coming in from offshore that really did not need to come in. And then he had things that were coming in 2 and 3 and 4 days later after the fact that should have really come in on day one. So he said, you know what, we can fix this. And so Dr. Pearson is the one who came up with the idea, and Dr. Korn is the technology expert here at XStremeMD. I don't know if it was a napkin or a paper towel or whatever, but they kind of drew up the idea of the doc in the box. And so went through several different versions of it, actually truly done in a garage. We had friends of ours that were bending sheet metal to make this thing work, to come up with the first prototype. And once it looked like it started to gain a little bit of traction is when it became more of the true doc in the box and the professional version, that it has turned out, in the beginning. And then, from there, it was just a couple of boxes with all of the video conferencing equipment, the medical equipment, everything in the box. It was stacked in 3 containers, one on top of the other, very easy plug and play. And then it kind of went to the next step was pretty similar to what you see in the hospital. The cow, the cart on the wheels with the dual monitor, all the video conferencing equipment in it, as well as just the technology to be able to move it around. And so, that's really kind of how it started. That's where it ended. The intent was never to get into the staffing business like we are now. It was to remain small, and really our target was all of the small manned platforms that couldn't afford a paramedic, but yet still wanted medical care. We had some customers that once they got their bigger platforms, they wanted to keep the paramedics there, but they also wanted the doc in the box. They wanted to have that physician on site and ask if we can do it. And of course we did. It transitioned from offshore to land, and so right now we have 8 land-based clinics. We're in several different states, roughly 30 or so platforms offshore that are manned, that are staffed by one of our paramedics. And then we have roughly about the same that have some sort of doc in the box capabilities on all those other platforms. So if something happens, they can still reach out and get in touch with the physician. But that's how it started.